Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Living Large Las Vegas. My name is Kobe Sherlock, and today, back in the lab, Mr. Derek Parent. Derek, say hello to everybody.
Hello, hello.
Guys, today we are bringing somebody super special to you. I'm excited to talk a little bit about what this incredible woman has established and what this organization is doing to support our community here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So without further ado, Miss Julie Murray, who is the co-chair and co-founder of Hope Means Nevada. Julie, say hello to everyone.
Hello. It's such a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you so much for joining us. When Jane came to us and told us a little bit about how, amazing the work that you're up to and the incredible partnerships and things that you've been able to really flourish right here in this short time, we were excited to have you. So thank you for coming in.
Our pleasure.
Well, Julie, tell me this a little bit before we dive in on the organization. Can you share a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
Absolutely. I'm a lifelong Las Vegan, so I've seen so much occur over time. But one of my favorite things about our community is that can-do spirit. The people that founded eBay were going to move here, and they did a study, and the best thing that they loved about their study is that Las Vegas has a can-do spirit, and when we see something that needs to be done, we do it with excellence. So that's my favorite part about being a Las Vegan.
I love that. I feel that, spirit. I know.
That's true.
Sends a little chill through my body.
We all do, yeah.
It's a real thing. We talk about the leaders that we've had in the chair there and some incredible people sharing awesome things that they're up to. But ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone is such a go-getter and such, a great spirit that's unified here. So thank you for sharing that. And I'm really aligned with that. I think that we do have that can-do spirit here in Las Vegas. Hope Means Nevada. Can you tell us a little bit about what Hope Means Nevada is?
Absolutely. Staying with that can-do spirit theme is that sadly in Nevada, the number one cause of death of our teens is suicide, and a group of Nevadans all throughout the state, but primarily in Las Vegas, wanted to do something about it. So we were on track to go much slower, launch something later in the year, and when COVID hit and mental wellness got so challenging, we launched almost overnight Hope Means Nevada, and it's a campaign to raise awareness and funds about mental wellness. And in particular, we know everyone's struggling with COVID and all the different crises. However, the teens are hurting the most. Yeah. So we launched it the same night that Lady Gaga launched her video. It was a virtual concert on April 18th. And on that night, we went live, and I think we had about 1.8 million viewers see the launch of Hope Means Nevada. And thanks to R&R Foundation, they've been donating their time to put together the most amazing graphics and content and social media. So we've been super excited about the momentum.
That's incredible. One of the things I love when Derek speaks about opportunities coming out of the pandemic, and what a great way for you to respond by, creating an avenue for our teens specifically to be able to come out of this thing and really push forward. What other opportunities have existed through the pandemic for you with Hope Means Nevada and being able to make this outreach so strong?
What's interesting, and I don't know if any of your listeners have found it, but oftentimes speaking about mental health is taboo. You don't want to say, I'm not okay. So one of the great things that has come out of this is that we've had a lot of celebrities, athletes, influencers do video testimonials saying, it's okay not to be okay. And one famous chef admitted that he had tried to commit suicide. And for leaders who are people who are influencers to say, it's okay to say, I'm struggling, we're helping to reduce the taboo and that people don't want to talk about it. So we're really thrilled about the raising awareness part. And part of what we're doing is the Ask 5 initiative. And the teens have been great about that. What happened pre-COVID is that 1 in 5 of us struggled with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts. We don't have stats yet about how COVID's impacted us. So we all set out to ask 5 friends, 5 neighbors, 5 people how they're doing. And it's holding true that it's 1 in 5 aren't okay. Yeah. And it's even more. But one of the great things that's happened, again, thanks to R&R, is that on our website now, there are places to go, services, immediate help that's made available, topics about what to do and how to address this. So there was a void before, and we feel like the pandemic gave us all enough gusto to come together and address it.
Well, I was reading just last week that teen suicide is up dramatically from last year. So, I mean, what you guys are doing at Honorable, we know that depression's real, substance abuse. We've had some great people in that chair. We literally just had someone,
Yep.
Vance Johnson from the Vance Johnson Recovery Center, working with, addiction and so forth. And we know it's real, and, we thank you for actually, this is a newer organization too. You guys are just, starting up.
Well, what's interesting is, every good cause needs to have that 501c3 under them so that donations and governance and fiscal responsibility are there. So the Nevada Medical Center is the 501c3 that launched, gave birth to, just put this initiative out there. And it was founded by Conrad Hilton's youngest son, Eric Hilton, in 2014. And Eric Hilton was such a beautiful man. He launched 3 Square Food Bank. We did that together. And after, he saw the power of collaboration. And as such, he knew he only had a certain number of years left on this earth. And before he passed, he launched Nevada Medical Center to be a humble leader of collaboration, to find a need in healthcare and bring people together. So Nevada Medical Center has been in existence since 2014. But when COVID hit, we put all of our energy and time into mental wellness because of how great the need was.
I was just going to say, man, it makes me so proud. Like, this gets to me, but when we were sitting back in March, I remember a few friends reaching out here in Nevada or here in Las Vegas, and they were like, what can we do? Right. And that conversation, I feel like that was the question. What can we do? For those that are in a place that can help, where can we help? And you talk about how, Hope Means Nevada was birthed out of this, other organization that saw the need and addressed it in this way. And you said something that rang for me. It's okay to not be okay. I go to Central Church in Henderson and love it too. I'm a huge fan. And that was what came about for us is out of this pandemic, the church was able to support an organization to establish, and that's Hope for the City. And what a way for them to respond. And it made me so proud to be a part of the kind of the start of what that was. And hearing you speaking of Hope Means Nevada, I mean, I just see so many similarities on how this town, being that go-getter mentality and how we're going to support each other, will fire off and find a solution. There's no telling. And I'm going to ask you, Joel, what were you doing before Hope Means Nevada launched?
So we were on track to do some work in mental wellness, but it wasn't anything like this active initiative. So I've been active in the community for many, many years, and we were on track to do something, but the COVID crisis just had us accelerate plans and do it overnight instead of strategically over time. It just had us move much more quickly.
I love that. And people in this town reacted so fast to support each other. It's a beautiful thing. How have the teens received it?
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite part of all this. And we've spoken about the fact that the Raiders are involved and the Vegas Golden Knights, they're on that phenomenal winning streak, and many others are involved. But it's the teens who I love most because they're the ones that we're doing this for, to help them to get through this very difficult time. And they are out there in their masks, in their gloves, volunteering, staying socially distanced, but they're feeling so much anxiety and depression that they feel like by being active and being a part of the solution, it helps them so that they don't get lost in that depression and the anxiety. And we have about 40 to 50 teens from many schools, primarily throughout Southern Nevada, but some through Northern Nevada, who convene once a month. They look at what they can do to help, and they've been by far the most active of all the adults on the committee.
What are some of the activities that they've been doing?
This is so much fun. So they just brought so much kindness. Last week it was, I shouldn't go in time because I know this is a timeline, but they did recently, early August, they went out to dozens of parks around town after they all had made hundreds of rocks. So they're beautiful river rocks that are smooth, and on one side they painted it and put either words hope or love or you can do it or you're not alone or #Ask5, and then they put a sticker on the back about what to do with it, to find the rock, do a selfie, post it, share it with a friend. So they're out there, and in fact just yesterday they did another batch of 100 rocks that they put in parks around town. So I know that I'm a sunrise dog walker, and I know some people are pretty depressed when they get going, and they might be walking along a trail and see something that says you are loved or you're not alone or hope. And these little rocks, although it's not a new idea in the country, it's something that is so beautiful and such a great way for them to physically volunteer and get out in the community and put them all over.
I
Yeah,
think
just
that's
amazing
awesome.
things. Yeah.
You know, I think Derek can share it, and I'm going to kind of throw you out here on this. I'm sorry, D, don't kill me. But, you know, Derek had, out of this pandemic, we talk about opportunities. He purchased a fitness gym right here in off of East Flamingo and Eastern. And one thing that I know Derek's doing to support the community is supporting students and teens with the opportunity to go in and be physically active in a socially distanced, safe space. Because it's you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have a new gym. It's called Movement Fitness, and our whole goal was this was an existing gym that we actually turned into a health club, right? So you have one whole side around 10,000+ square feet. That's all like functional turf. So you have 45 yards of turf. You have all your. It's not just for like kids, but it's also for seniors, right? Because we have a mobility wall with TRX machines. Oh. So our goal was, right, to get kids and to get families and to get people inside, because obviously it's 117 degrees outside. Very difficult to always work out outside. But this is the only indoor turf facility bigger than what we have is the Raiders practice facility. So we have so much space. And again, it was geared towards doing classes for kids, right? So our first class we had, it was kind of geared towards, it was with Pinecrest, and they have like an anti-bullying campaign. So they have one of their leaders. And funny thing was, we had a guy in here yesterday, Ryan Reeves from Academica. Yeah. His daughter is actually the one that taught the class to all the other kids. So she's like an artist, right? Singing and leading them in like exercise. So that's what it was all. It was all about vision. It was all about, okay, like, see, this was never meant to be a profit center. This was meant to pay its bills and to give all the money back to the community. Like, what can we put in to give back? Like, what's the next big thing? Like, what, camps can we bring in? What underprivileged kids can we serve? Like, because honestly, physical health is a lot to do with mental health. So if you're feeling good about yourself, you look in the mirror, you see what you like. Yes, you may have some negative beliefs about yourself because it just happens, right? The depression is there, not working. But we believe if you get into the gym and you exercise, you get a personal trainer, you go from 2 push-ups to 25 push-ups, you get to see that encouragement, right, of one, leadership, right? You're leading your own self to feel better about you. And that was really the vision with the gym. The gym was something that was so big. I said, how can we get back to the maximum amount of people? The building holds over 500+ people. We can have over 200 people, in it. Plenty of social distancing. So that's why we want to partner up with great organizations just like you to get the teens in, to get them mobile, get them working out, get them and find out that you guys do stuff with, the Raiders. Obviously, their facility probably couldn't house as many kids because it's private and what's going on, but we can.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. And that's one thing I love about Las Vegas. Look at you. You could be focused on business, but instead you're leading your business and you're giving back and you're looking for new ways to help. I mean, our community is great. And there's so many people that might be listening that might be struggling, but then there's this whole group of people that are doing okay. And it's that saying, to whom much is given, much is expected. Yeah. And they're like, both of you, you're helping, you're doing, you're guiding. So thank you for all that you're doing.
Oh, I mean, it's when you said, the activity with the rocks, I think it's so moving, but I went to the facility when they did the kids' day, and it was nice to see like kids being kids, right? Just in a safe way, enjoying each other's company, seeing the connection, seeing their spirits be, risen and really just see them engage with each other. I'm a firm believer that we need people, we need connection. Call it what you want. People love to connect and they need to connect, and it fuels us. And for me, that's my experience, that I always love to serve and be in connection with another. That's why I really appreciate what you're doing. I can't wait to see what comes of Hope Means Nevada. And I'm thinking to myself, what park can I go to find a rock right now? But
you need some love. You want me to put a rock in your desk?
I need love dealing with you. Julie, tell me what initiatives coming up, or if folks want to get involved with Hope Means Nevada today, what kind of opportunities are there for us to be a part?
That's so great. So the Fall Festival is going to be on November 7th. And of course, it needs to be virtual, but there's so much work to get that ready. So we would love any type of volunteer that wants to help with the programming, with the outreach, with the raising awareness, with anything to do with a fall festival. And it came from, I went with Lady Gaga's mom and her executive director to the United Nations last fall for Mental Wellness Day. And it was so inspiring that then wanted to do something this fall in Las Vegas around mental wellness and do it in the form of a festival. And it's just that we have to do it virtually, but lots of places to help. I know that number 2 is that the teens need to have some help. They did their Hope Rocks event, and they're going to be doing more volunteerism where they might go to some locations and bring, deliver food, or the Delivering with Dignity program is something that they looked at doing. So there, any way that people can support the teens, and if someone is listening and they have a teen, the teens convene monthly. They could invite their teenager to join that Zoom call that's led by for teens. And we always surprise them with a guest that pops in via Zoom. It was Lady Gaga's mom 3 months ago, and then it was her foundation's executive director, and then it was Mayor Deborah March.
Oh, awesome.
nice.
So, if you're a teen, you're on this committee and you're
Awesome.
looking to volunteer and you're admitting that things are kind of difficult, and then all of a sudden we click on someone and they zoom in and they just say, go get them, teens. They give them that boost. So if you have someone with a teen in your family, they certainly could support the teams. And there's so much more. We have the most amazing social media leader. Her name is Mackenzie Miles, and I know she's looking for others to help continue to spread the word. And then the last thing is a fun way that people could do this is Intermountain Healthcare is the new entity in town, and they used to be Healthcare Partners, and they gave us a $5,000 challenge grant. So we're looking for 200 people to donate $25 so we can fulfill the grant by month's end. And we're about halfway there, and we're about halfway through the month. So we're looking for help at hopemeansnevada.org with the Intermountain Challenge grant.
Hey, send us the link because we can.
Please
we can
do.
share
I'd
it
love
on-
to support you there
We'll
for
share
sure.
on our stuff. But Deborah Marsh, what a great mayor she is.
Awesome.
Huh?
Amazing. Isn't she great? I went to high school with her sister, and so it's kind of that thing that we love about Las Vegas is that, even though it's a large number of people, what is it, 2.3 million or 2.5 million?
2.3, yeah.
There's still just such great, traditions and culture, and people have been here short time or long time that all are having what you said, that can-do spirit to get through this.
Well, you're the second person today that was born and raised here. And it's funny, is like the longer and longer I've been here, the more and more I'm meeting, right? Because when I first got here, no one was from here. And all of a sudden, we have so many people, and we're so blessed. We're having great leadership and, can-do attitude. And, like I said, the mayor of Henderson, she has completely stepped up in every which way. Like, she got some heat about the Raider facility, but look at all the jobs and everything that's created, in that area. I live in West Henderson, and I loved and enjoy to this day. I go up Executive Airport every day, and almost to a fault because I haven't gone down Via Frenzy in a long time, and I didn't realize that there was a school or Amazon. I just loved driving by the Raider facility, watching that thing from the first beam in the ground to being complete now. So she's unbelievable, and we get to be a part of the chamber, and just to see all the growth that's in Henderson.
Chamber is unbelievable. I serve with the Chamber's president on this state business economics or business emergency ops council, and there's a group of us that when COVID hit meet every week and look at how we can support businesses, and the Henderson Chamber leader is phenomenal.
Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Scott
had him in
Luback.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also interviewed Scott. He's awesome.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. I mean, we used to
Full
go to the
disclosure,
breakfasts.
he still owes me $5.
Yeah,
Just
Scott,
like-
we won't forget. You owe us $5. But Scott's awesome. He does such a great job with
Such
the
a
Henderson
great
Chamber. We love Lisa Chow. If you ever have a chance to meet her, she's a rock star. She is really, I believe, the director of memberships, and don't hold me to the title, but does such a good job of taking care of us and helping us to support other networks in the community.
And the Las Vegas Chamber's president is Mary Beth
Yeah,
Seawald.
I was just
She's
gonna ask
a
you about-
rock star.
I was just going to ask you about if you're a part of
Awesome.
Metro too.
Yeah, she's just amazing. We've got some incredible people here that are doing really good work.
Yeah, she
Mary
is.
Beth is a rock star for sure, and super cool.
Well,
The
super cool.
motorcycle, the airplanes, like
Super
what a
cool.
rock star.
Well, they just had their first, so they did their first actually social distancing event that I went to, and it was really good. It was small, but it was for president's cabinet members, and it was really good, and They're having another one coming up, so they're slowly starting to launch some of the social distancing stuff. But you have to be a member. Like I believe, I think I don't really regret too much in life, but I think not getting involved sooner with the chambers that we are now would be the only thing that when I got here I should have did.
Yeah, they're great groups, and there's so many of them.
So many great leaders. You meet so many great people, and their mission is to give back. It's not about what can I get, but what can I give? How can I help? And so I just did Henderson Leadership, and we just did a thing for I Care for Kids, and it was blown away. They raised over, I think it was close to $100,000,
Wow.
right, between money, time, and in-kind donations, but it went really well. And there's a lot of great people like Living Grace, Kathleen
Yeah.
Miller, just an amazing soul. And just for us to be a part of, even to have you inside here today, it's a blessing for us, because we really get to highlight and showcase what you're doing for especially kids. We all know what it's like to be a kid going through it. Depression's real, and you're stuck at home now, and you could have two bad parents or someone that's on drugs and so forth, and you can't get away from it. So the 10-year-old, the 11-year-old, their mind wanders at such a young age. And, what you're doing is truly, that's kind of a sore spot for me, to see children hurting, right? That's kind of my kryptonite, right? I don't like that. When we're adults and it happens, like as an adult, we can help homeless, whatever, but nothing hits harder than teenagers. It really, it's such a sore spot that we would, anything that we can do to help be a part of this foundation, you can count us in.
Thank you so
I promise.
much.
You can call us with any opportunities there are.
I can tell you to get things done, so that's exciting news.
Oh, we can go down there and be your MC during this stuff. Hey, Lady Gaga, come on, we'll get her mic.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
What do you MC the Zoom call? Hello, guys.
Yeah.
No, I tell you, Julie, obviously right now, opportunities in volunteerism is a little bit different than what we've experienced pre-COVID. But any way we can serve, I'm not sure if there's mentor programs or ways to connect. We're all in.
Thank you. You both are amazing.
Mental wellness is
So
It's
important. And we all are wired for connection, like you said. And when we can't connect, it just is so awful. And I was watching something the other day about mental wellness. I don't know if it was Michelle Obama or Maria Shriver. And one of them was saying that the antidote to anxiety is action. And so just by able to be a part of something that feels good and doing something and getting out of the daily sadness that is, the actionable part of it, of Hope Means Nevada, feels good.
two great women, and that's right. Action. It's all about getting up and getting out, and it's so easy to, when COVID came, it was so easy just to put on the Netflix and chill, right? What they would say, that's like date night. That's not, but it became like an all day, everyday thing. And, and Tiger Creek, so like that became a reality for some people watching, this too much television, right? Instead of getting out, it was the scarcity. But you know what? The great thing is you're seeing a lot more people on bikes, a lot more people outside walking. I know in my neighborhood, I didn't used to see a ton of people, but now I'm always seeing people out there.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see people walking their dogs longer and doing a lot more, activities. I have teenage children too, so I probably contribute to their mental stress.
No,
I'm a tough father. But
I love that you, and I'm not sure, I say you, but Julie, the group chose Hope, and Hope Means Nevada, right? I mean, right now, that is what we're up to. That's what we're delivering, right?
Absolutely. We can get through this together. And my hope is that if someone is listening to this and they're just not feeling that great today, that they know that there's a site they can go to and get information and feel like they're not alone, because it doesn't matter what age, color, creed you are, everyone's dealing with something.
What is the website? Can you give them the information?
HopeMeansNevada.org.
I love that.
Who else are you guys partnered up with? So some of the kids coming in, they're getting counseling.
We have such a great collaborative group. We have psychologists, psychiatrists, Dr. Allison Netsky, who chairs the University of Nevada, Las Vegas School of Medicine. She's incredible, and she's been a great help. And we do webinars. So the Wynn Resorts has had us twice do mental wellness webinars, and it's been to about 70 to 100 people each time.
Oh, wow.
And we bring our psychiatrist, our psychologist, and our teens and others to be able to talk about it's okay not to be okay, and here are some things, and here's some ways to breathe. All right, we would take a 5-minute break and we would all stand up and breathe during the webinar, and then talk about ways to get through it. And we're doing that for the school counselors before they go back to school, just to give them some mental wellness boost before they encounter a very difficult school year. So lots of great folks who know what they're doing. And one of the ladies who's just amazing that you all will be highlighting soon, her name is Mandy Mayock. She's a counselor, so her input has been phenomenal about ways to help.
She's a counselor with you guys?
She's a counselor by education, so that's what her expertise is in. But then she's a rock star volunteer and just helping in so many ways. And how amazing that they just arrived in Las Vegas a week or two ago, but in the months leading up to it, she was as active with us to launch Hope Means Nevada as anyone. And we feel so lucky to have Mandy and so many of the Raider family members that are here rolling up their sleeves from the moment they hit town. What a gift to all of us.
For most people to get that type of support so quickly, you must be so connected with
So
everyone.
we're just so excited about them. I think the word is grateful. They're such good human beings, and they give time, they give funding, they give in kind. They just show up with energy, as do the Vegas Golden Knights. They have been so charitable and generous. And I think it goes back to how we started this interview, is that it's that can-do spirit that when you show up in Las Vegas, whether you're a sports team or a business or a new homeowner, you feel that people really care.
Julie, may I have to ask, this is a personal question. What inspires you?
I think that just the values that as a little girl that my parents and grandparents gave me, that saying that to whom much is given, much is expected. So we're sitting here, and we both and all of us are so lucky to be here doing what we're doing. And I feel it's just contingent upon us to be able to help and give back.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I'd love for you to share is, if you can share with any listener listening in just a word of encouragement or inspiration, what would you leave them with?
I would say that even though Las Vegas is 2.5 million people, that you're not alone, that there's neighbors, friends, people in your church that really care. And sometimes all it takes is beginning that dialogue. Just begin the dialogue, because people do genuinely care. And it's important for each of us, when we're not doing okay, just to say, I'm a bit down today and need a little help.
I love that. One more time for everybody, the website for you guys.
HopeMeansNevada.org.
Guys, visit Hope Means Nevada. It's going to be a super special organization to be able to be a part of. I know we're looking for volunteer opportunities, and best of all, social media. Follow them on social media. I know you guys are doing hard work, and we'll get the message out on Hope Means Nevada.
And we're going to get the link out there where we can get some money to come in to get that grant. So
absolutely,
you can count on us.
We're going to get that for sure. Follow us. We're going to get Hope Means Nevada taken care of.